And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Gather around. We're gonna go over a game I'm pretty hyped about, and that is Retromania Wrestling. Ring the damn bell, kalika loud. Hey, what can I say? I like what I like. And this is vintage. This is like a nice bourbon in your glass or a whiskey. And before we get into it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the like button, drop a comment. I see people giving me comments. I appreciate that, especially as a new channel. It's a way that I know what I'm doing and what you guys are liking. And for the new subscribers, I appreciate it. We're talking about this brand new game called Retromania. And it's been in development for some years now, but it's starting to get to the point where we'll be actually able to play it. Now you can pre-order this on retromaniawrestling.com. It will be on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. I don't know about next gen yet. And as far as for the home consoles, it's going to be about 30 days before you're actually able to pre-order it. So, and what I mean by that, I apologize. You can't do pre-orders on it right now. You can only do a pre-order on it once it comes out. But look at that roster, right? Look at that roster. A little mixture of everything. Legion of Doom in the game, rest in peace to those gentlemen there. But you've got a nice group of people that you can play with. If you don't know about them, you'll get to know about them. And they're going to give you downloadable content that is going to give you more players down the line. Now, this game is still in early stage of development. I'm not even gonna say early because they've actually put out things like right here, the story mode where you're in Stevie Richards' fitness gym, and it's a storyline where they want to make it feel authentic to the game in which this is the official nod from, which is WrestleFest. I don't know if you guys remember that game, WrestleFest, back in the 90s, with Hulk Hogan and others that I don't know what I'm allowed to mention on this thing here, but that's why you have the graphics the way you have, the sounds that they're tweaking right now. It sounds so good to see a game that's just kind of cleans up a lot of the crap that I don't think we necessarily need or ask for in a wrestling game, and it gives you something that's intuitive and to play. I'll go over the button schemes to show you just kind of how simple this is. And this is all stuff from their website. You're looking at the match types you have, the single, the three-way, the retro rumble, the cage match, that you're going to have, the tornado matches, and it's going to give you that old school feel, but at the same sense, it's just simple. It seems like it's a simple play that you can, I'm hoping it's a local play where you can play with friends at home as well as online. I believe for sure the online thing is a thing, but wow. Like, how could you not be hyped about a game like this? Again, this is great for us as a community to get games, because the more games that come in, the better it is. You've got Blue Meanie. You already saw Stevie Richards. You already saw Cobb. You already saw Warhorse. But you have Tommy Dreamer in the game. Johnny Retro in the game. And this is before he re-signed with WWE. So it's really cool to see this, and the fact that it can grow to be something bigger. Realize that the controller scheme that I have, look how simple of a button that is, man. And don't get me wrong, I'm not overcomplicating the controller scheme in general. I just mean the easier it is to play, a lot of times the younger audience will play as well, and you continue the generation of playing wrestling games, watching wrestling, and doing things of that nature. But again, you're looking at 2 to 8 players that can play on a console at the home. So like, you can get 8 people to play while you're sitting there at home. That's pretty cool. Now online, they're still working on it. But, you just saw that you can customize, give or take, changing how many players. I know you can do AI versus AI, but that's 50 different matches. And this pixel art, this 2D, this is reminiscence to the 80s, 90s games that I grew up on. And I couldn't find WrestleFest. You can do like ROMs to download and things of that nature. But, for the story mode that they have, going after the NWA Championship belt, who would want that around their waist, right? Holding that up with the crowd chanting. So again, I just think it's a win for us as the gamers. Multiple interests and the tires. They're working on the music. I can't play it here. I don't think I'm legally allowed to. Fair use, all that other stuff. But I like what they were doing with the music. I like what they were doing with the sound and the crowd, and you know, little Easter eggs that give nod to the game before. So like I said, I really support this game. I can't wait for this game to come out. If you go to their YouTube channel, at least that's the only guy I know of who's doing the developmenting, and or at least communicating between us and the team that are putting the game together. But a lot of us can't wait to play this game. And not to say, again, we're not trying to play this game and not any other wrestling game. The goal is, man, it's a buffet, and it's good to be a gamer right now. Okay, so again, thank you for listening to this video. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here, and I appreciate that. I will work on another video, maybe with some more updated things as this game continues to go. When will it come out? Great question. It'll come out when it comes out. I don't mean to say it in a rude way. I just mean the team that's putting this together, they understand it. Again, we're in a pandemic. We're dealing with some stuff overseas and on seas. On seas is not a word. It's like tagsies or oopsies. I don't know, whatever. But as they work on it, once they get it to the level that they're fine with putting it out, they'll put it out, and they've got nothing to worry about. We'll be here waiting for it. So without further ado, till next time, kalika-lika-low.